Sit with your ribs lifted up. Curl your tailbone back. Squeeze in your shoulders. Lift your chin up. Take a breath in and feel your ribs lifting up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, let your shoulders empty to your side. And your chin level. Keep the spine tall. Feel free to stand while you're doing this. And close your eyes. If you want to put your hands on the outside of your ribs, that's okay. We're just going to practice making that full long breath that we want to practice using throughout this whole class today. So breathe in, feel the ribs expanding out to the side. Exhale. Feel the ribs moving in. Fully empty your breath. Push out a little more at the end and breathe back in. And exhale. One more, inhale. And breathe out long and slow, even and soft. For the first breath exercise we're going to do, you are welcome to stay seated, or if you want to, you can stand. I'm going to shift back a little further behind where I am now, so we have a little more space. So remember, if you're in a chair, you want to be on the front of the chair. And if you're standing, you want to have your feet outside of your hips just a little bit. So you can pick. And we're going to start with that spinal cord breathing. So you're going to curl your tailbone back and look up on the inhale. And then as you exhale, tuck under the tailbone, bring the elbows forward, chin to chest. So breathe in, open your heart, look up, put a smile on your face. Just practice that smile. Exhale, tuck under. Bring the chin in. Inhale, look up, curl the tailbone back. So remember that the spine is key to the central nervous system. Inhale. And these practices help to make a supple body and a subtle mind. So the key to a subtle mind is to focus on the breath. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, breathe out. Inhale. That smile on your face if you've lost it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Now just let your arms come to your side. Remember, imagine you have an egg under your armpit. Turn your palms forward. With your eyes closed, see if you notice any tingling through your palms or between your fingers. Maybe you feel tingling all through your body. We're going to do a little more to get rid of tension through the neck and shoulders. So again, you can stay standing, but if you want to go back and forth to give yourself a little rest this morning, feel free to stay forward in your chair. Either way works. You're going to bring your arms out, and today we're going to bend your elbows. Palms are going to go out, like you're pushing out. Now I want you to drop your elbows down. So we're not holding the shoulders up, drop them down. And then press out like you're pushing on two walls. My fingers are spread really wide. Okay. And I'm pushing through the heel of my hands. Now bring your head over one shoulder, push out through the other hand, and relax the arm that's under your ear. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes. Press out through the heel of the hand. Let your head roll gently behind the shoulder, tilting your jaw toward the sky. Open mouth, exhale. Let your breath be like the wind. So as you exhale, push out and keep your mouth open for this one. Make those heavy sighs that we were doing earlier. And now tilt your head, rolling the ear over the shoulder, bringing the jaw toward the collarbone. Fill up the lungs on the inhale, long, slow exhale. Feel that tension releasing across the shoulder, through the back of the neck, and even up around your mind. Bring your ear back over top of the shoulder and let your head fall behind the shoulder. Once again, lifting the lower jaw. Keep the arm underneath your head, empty. The tendency is to lift that shoulder back up, so let it be heavy. And now lift your chin all the way to the sky as much as you can, keeping that arm activated, pushing through the heel. Making sure your teeth are not touching, and big exhale, spread open mouth. Bring your ear back over top of your shoulder. Lift your head back to center. Again, if you feel dizzy through any of this, rest your arm for a second. You can feel free to have a seat. Bring your other arms, or both arms out again. We're going to start with that downward push and out, like you're pushing down and out. Your elbows stay bent, okay? Fingers are spread wide. And press as you tilt your head over the other shoulder. Check in with your face. We're just going to keep both hands engaged for a moment as we press out to the side, letting the ear drop toward the shoulder. The louder you make your exhale, you can imagine that your breath is pushing that tension across the shoulder, down the arm, and out to the end of the fingertips. Now tilt your head in front of the shoulder. Drop the arm under your head. Keep the other fingers spread and pressing out away from you. Bring the ear back over top of the shoulder, and with your eyes closed, let your head fall behind the shoulder as much as is comfortable, checking in with that shoulder underneath the ear, making sure that it stays empty. As your face tilts toward the sky, bring that smile to your face, imagining the sun beaming bright onto your face, warming up your body. Gently let your head roll all the way behind your body. Lift the chin. Bring your back behind the same shoulder. Over the ear. Bring your head in front of the shoulder one more time. And this time, as you bring your chin into your chest, you're going to let your arms float down, keeping the arms out away from your body. Roll your shoulders forward just a little bit. Opening between the shoulder blades. Rolling back Bring your head over your shoulders, and again, just closing your eyes, turn your palms forward. This is receiving Qi. Maybe you'll feel tingling in your palms or between your fingers. As you breathe in, allow that tingling to move through every part of your body. And now we're going to complement this moving things down and out by bringing your arm across your chest and down the opposite arm. We're just going to sweep across and down. We're washing out any tension. Remember, this simple move is very helpful if you struggle with anxiety, or maybe you are having some mood swings, things get you really irritated, or maybe you're just feeling like you want to cry. That's all normal. This will help calm down and take that anger and frustration down and out of your body, going across and down, sweeping. You can coordinate the inhale and a long exhale down the arm. Good. Now bring your arms down. We're going to do knocking on the doors of life. So this one is where the hips, your feet stay planted. You're going to bring your hip forward. So just bend your knees like you're doing the bump with somebody. Feet are going to stay planted. And now your arms are going to swing. So let the hips do the work. The arms are just swinging because the hips are creating the movement. The front hand is tapping at your hip bone, and the back hand is tapping at the door of life, or the kidney point. And that is below the ribs. Or as high as you can tap on your back, because near the kidneys are the adrenal glands, and that is our stress gland. We want to keep flushing out the cortisol that gets moved into the blood, and this is a big problem here in America. We worry and stress because we are taught to. And if you turn on the TV, there's your negative input. Not all TV is negative, but watch the Nature Channel or something that brings something pleasant to you. You can go fast or slow, and this knocking can be as vigorous as you would like or as gentle as you like. Any little bit helps. It's all about stimulating circulation. So this helps wake you up in the morning. And now we're going to swing our arms up. So if you bend your elbow, we're going to tap under the collarbone. This is the lung meridian. So we're tapping at the top of the chest. This is the lungs again. And on the back, a little higher up. Your breath can be that same long exhale. Okay, let's slow it down. And again, your arms can be out, palms open, or if you want to restore your lower dantian, the area where our life energy comes from, you can lay your palms on your abdomen. Check in with your head, move it back. So the head is over the shoulders. Again, our tendency is always to be moving forward. So we practice by keeping the head back over the shoulders. It's going to feel like you're throwing yourself back, but really it's an alignment for the spine. Keep your face soft. And just notice how you're feeling. Recognize the difference in just these few moves and how your body feels. So if you just do a couple of moves in the morning each day, this is a nice way to wake yourself up. Now we're going to do another one to just open up and keep the spine flowing. So I want you to pay attention that I'm moving my shoulders forward to lift my arms. We're going to start slow. So roll the shoulders forward, just the shoulders. And as you roll the shoulders forward, notice your arms come forward. Your wrists are going to lift up and float back. So this is the beginning of fair maiden's hand, is what it's called. If you could think of it as if you were maybe doing some laundry and let's say you hung it on the line outside and the wind was flowing through the sheets. Inhale as your wrist lifts up and exhale, just allow it to drift back. Inhale, roll the shoulders. So what we're doing is we're opening between the shoulder blades. And I'm not leaning forward so much. I can lean into the balls of the feet and shift back, but you don't want to bend forward. So I'm not bending. I'm leaning into the balls of the feet and shifting into the heels as I come back. Breathe in, feel the weight move toward the balls of the feet. Nice job. Exhale. Sink into the heels. Beautiful. Inhale. And now with a longer breath, inhale, lift the wrist a little higher. Exhale. Feel the tingling in between your fingers and in your palms. Inhale. Exhale. Again, you can be in a chair doing this. Inhale, or a stool. You can open your mouth on your exhale. Just breathe in through the nose. Just lift the wrist up a little closer to the top of your ribs. And sink down with the exhale. Inhale, shift into the balls of the feet. Exhale. Breathe in and turn your palms so the wrists are the movement. Starts and ends with the wrist. Inhale, leaning into the balls of the feet. Let the wrist empty. So lifting up and then, and like your hands are like a feather. Lifting up. Exhale. Sink back. Breathe in. I have a little bend in my knees, right? That's there so that my movement is stable as I'm leaning forward and back. Two more. Great. Now we're going to complement that with heaven and earth. Again, if you need to sit down, feel free to do that. And with this one, your hands are going to cross without touching in the front of the body. One palm will turn up as the other turns down. So when they cross, that's when they start to create the transition. Notice how the thumbs are leading. So with this one, cross your arms, and we do that cross right around your solar plexus. The top hand is going to come just above your head, so no straight arms, never anything straight in Qigong. The other hand is near your hip bone. Press up and down, like you're pressing into a cloud or a pillow. Inhale. Just parting. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out as you press. Inhale and exhale. We begin our inhale as the hands cross, slowly moving them to the destination. Exhale, press. There's nowhere you need to be, no need to hurry. Just try to stay with. If it's frustrating, find your breath. Notice what's going on with your breath. One more on each side. Bring both hands to your heart. We're going to lean into one side as you brush down the other. And we're just lifting the heel. So I'm going to lean and shift my weight. And now bring your hand over the opposite side of the body. Lift up, circling around. Remember, we tend to keep our arms close to us, especially in the winter, but we want to keep the armpits open because this is one of the areas that it gets those deep bends. It's always constricted. So think about it, you're gathering the light, bring it down into your heart and through the organs. We're just brushing down the front of the body. And this cross pattern helps again to balance out your nervous system. It's very easy, it's gentle. It's a nice way to just feel different. Calm your body down. We're brushing all the way down the groin into the thigh. Long strokes. One more on each side. Good, and again, turn your palms, close your eyes, or lay your hands on your abdomen. Either one is fine. Our goal is to feel that tingling in your palms. If you have that, then hands on the abdomen, we allow that chi to sink into our body, nurturing and cleansing. And if you aren't feeling awake yet, we're going to do a couple more things for the neck and shoulders. Again, you can stay in a chair if you want. We're going to do a little bit of shaking the tree. So we're lifting and dropping. And if you're in a chair, just lift and drop. And you can also add the heels with that. If you're in a chair, if you're standing, you want to keep the feet flat on the floor. So we lift and drop. Yes, that's good. And shake your arms out to the side. Imagine you're at a concert. Hear the cheering with your exhale. I always laugh with this one. I think it's the craziest thing. It makes me laugh. And slow it down. And this time, just bend your wrist. So now I have simply bent my wrist. So even if you're in a chair, turn your palm to the floor. Close your eyes. And whether you're seated or standing, as you inhale, feel your spine lifting up to the sky. Move your head back over your shoulders again. It may feel foreign to have your head over the shoulders. Just notice that, because if you have a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders, it's often because we have unconscious movements during our day. Take a little breath. So, we've been being very active. We're going to just do a little more for the hips. Then we're going to sit down for a little bit and we'll come back to standing. But if you want a chair, we're going to do the leg swings. And this is for balance. But remember, just like each of us is here to support each other, that's what the things that you own in your home are for, your property. The leg is forward and the arm is back. We're going to swing. And the swinging doesn't have to be big. And your toe might touch in the front and the back. That's okay. If you are able to flex the foot and then lift your ribs up and tuck your tailbone under, that helps to open up the psoas muscle. That's the balance involved with, or the muscle involved with balance. But using a chair, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like having a girlfriend, someone that you can rely on. Focus on something in your room that doesn't move and make that spot about or just a little lower than your eye level. Look across your room instead of straight down. That will also help you with balance. So whenever I'm in a room, I look across at the little light socket on the wall. That's a really nice across the room and a little bit lower than eyesight. Maybe it's the windowsill, whatever it is, find something that doesn't move. Concentrate on your breath. If you're tired, you can slow it down. Or maybe you need to take a break. Flex your foot, sink down. We'll go to the other side. And remember, whatever leg the furniture is next to is your standing leg. And your movements don't have to be big. If you are working on balance, think about keeping those ribs long away from the hips so this space is open. Remember, gravity is always sinking us down. So we want to be able to keep our body nice and tall, lifting up toward the sky instead of sinking down toward the earth. It also helps with breathing. If you have a long body, you're not compressing the diaphragm. Let's do a couple more swings if it's good for you today. And then let's have your feet on the floor, and we're going to sit down for a moment because I don't want everybody to get really tired. So I'm forward in my chair. We're going to open your knees out to the side. Swing your arms up. And exhale, slide back. Now we're going to lift the heels and drop them down. Lift the heels, slam them onto the floor. Open mouth, exhale. So if you're standing and you want to drop into the heel, it helps with bone density, but this little variation, if you're tired, it's still going to do something. It's all good. This is where we can practice more opening the lymph nodes, right? And dropping into those heels heavy if you have balance issues, that's key to your activating the bone density. And we're still stimulating the kidney points, lifting up onto the balls of the feet. Great. So a little bit of everything. Everybody doing whatever feels good for them. One more. And then just let your hands rest on your lap, and you can turn your palms up once again, or you may have your hands on your abdomen so your elbows are out away from your body. Notice if you're feeling any tingling in your face. Keep your face nice and relaxed. Big, long breath. Now let's make circles. So you can, again, be standing for this. And we're making circles around your abdomen, around the belly button to begin. And we make them bigger, going up under the ribs, massaging the liver, going across the diaphragm, smiling into your intestines, thanking them for digesting all that we stick in our body. And then coming up under the ribs, around your heart, coming a little higher up under the collarbone. And then we're going to spiral in the other direction, going in reverse. So the big circles become a little smaller. This is a very common Taoist practice. We call it spiraling the energy in. So smile into your body. Because before you can be help to anyone else, you need to be able to help your own self. By that I mean sending that love inward so you can share it with the rest of the world. Now we're going to go back to working the hips. If you need to stay in the chair, I want you to just focus on rolling around your tailbone in the chair. If you're able to stand with us right now, or maybe at some point you can stand with us, or not. We're going to open the feet, and we're going to make those circles like you have a hula hoop on the ground. I know some of you like to go shopping. If you find a hula hoop, you just might need to buy it this spring, because there's nothing more important in your healing than doing things you used to do as a child that made you laugh. And if you weren't any good with it, well, you can enjoy still not being good at it, but maybe it's a skill you'll pick up during COVID. Who knows? Think of your hips going to the north, west, south, east, and then connect all those points in a big circle. And now go in the other direction. And just as we were spiraling here, on your own, you can also take this practice and make the circles smaller until it feels as if you're just circling around a quarter. This is another activity that we do, spiraling the energy and then reversing and making that spiral bigger. Going back to your hula hoop size. And this all is about massaging and opening up the energy in the hips, which is where gravity is always pressing things down, and we hold a lot of emotions in the hips. So if you need to take a little break, let's just take a couple of breaths. And we're going to serve tea, and if you want to be in a chair today to do that, you are welcome to be in a chair. Try it. It will give you another way of thinking about how to serve tea at the table tonight. So we're going to grab a cup. You do not need to have a cup. I'm using it to show you that you want to hold your cup from the bottom. And the key without a cup is that your thumb points up always. So I'll do this seated, so those of you who want to sit today can be there. Those of you who stand, just remember to keep your legs wide and let your spine move. So slide your elbow back, curl the wrist, roll the shoulder, bring your arm forward, lift your elbow up, and this is where we circle. So make a big circle. So my tailbone tucks under as my arm goes back. My hand comes forward, slide the arm back. So now my arm is back, roll, lift the elbow, bring that teacup forward, make your big circle. Exhale, pay attention to your breath, roll, Lift up on the inhale, big circle. Exhale, you can breathe as much as you need to. Just be sure you are breathing. Lift up, inhale. Bring your cup around. Lower the elbow, draw it back. Roll. Slide the arm forward, lift your elbows, circle. And now we'll reverse. So bring your teacup out to the side, lift up, make your circle. So this is where your wrist goes crazy. So roll that shoulder, bring your arm behind you, curl the wrist, lift your teacup forward and up into the sky, come out to the side. Breathe in. So I'm keep turning in my chair so you can see what I'm doing with my arm. Inhale. Roll the shoulder. Exhale. And do one more. Big wide circle. Lift the teacup. Roll the shoulder. Keep that wrist facing the sky so you don't spill your tea. Take a breath. And remember, there are endless refills if you did spill your tea. It's okay. We're going to go to the other side. So again, you're forward in a chair. Pause for a minute, for just a second. Notice how your two shoulders feel different. So we are working the lymph nodes, as we mentioned, but it's so good for the tendons, opening up all those parts in your body. So if you're standing, as your arm goes back, pelvis goes forward. Lift up, bring the arm forward. So I'm rolling the shoulder. Lift your heart up to the sky. As your teacup comes up over your head and out to the side, bringing it forward, slide back, exhaling, curl the wrist, lift the elbow, roll the shoulder, move the teacup a little higher, make that big circle over your head, bring your teacup forward, slide back, curl the wrist, roll the shoulder, lift your elbow, inhale, open the heart. Exhale. So here we're arching to open up the spine and the kidneys, giving a massage to the liver and spleen. Inhale, open the heart and lungs. Exhale. Breathe in. And now we're going to reverse. So bring your circle out. Great job. Behind you, lift up, curl the wrist. Bring it out to the side. Again, another wrist curl. Slide the hand forward, lift your teacup up. Make a big circle. Roll the wrist. Curl the wrist. Inhale, lift your teacup. Big circle, big open heart. Roll the shoulder. Inhale, lift. Circle into the sky. And let's bring our body back. Take a breath. Close your eyes for a minute. Notice the difference in the two shoulders. And again, if you want to sit down, the second part is a little more tricky in a chair. I'll do one round in the chair and then I'll stand. It's just a little easier with the hips, but just to show you it can be done. If you have teacups or not, remember the benefit is to just keep the thumbs pointing up, so you don't need to have cups. But the wrist part is the challenging part. The cups help you see what you're doing with your hands, right? And they remind you to keep those thumbs pointing up so that you don't spill your tea. It's really hard, but the benefit of this is you can see easily we're working all the joints. So this helps to lubricate your body. You get your car oiled every 6 months, but we forget to do that to our body. until something pops and goes wrong, and then we're like, oh no, body can't go no more. We need to fix it. So these exercises just help prevent other dis-ease in the body. That's a widely used term, dis-ease. Slide both elbows back, curl the wrist, hunch and forward. Bring your teacups forward, lift your elbows, keep your knees bent, tuck the tailbone under, circle into the sky. And as your teacups come forward, curl your tailbone back. Roll the shoulders, elbows come forward, tuck under. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, slide back, curl forward, lift the teacup. Inhale, open the heart. So drawing back, curling the wrist, elbows forward, lift up, breathe in. Arms cross without touching. And now let's reverse. So we're gonna cross the arms, lift your teacups up, tuck under your tailbone, lift your heart, make a big circle. The arms cross and my shoulders roll forward. Bring your arms to the side, curl the wrist, crossing over, lift up, open your heart, big circle. And exhale. Inhale, open the heart, curl the wrist. Last one, just do what you can. Open your heart, big smile. Exhale. Stack your cups, sit them to the side. Take a moment to just lay your hands on your abdomen. Put a smile on your face and send that smile deep into your body, paying attention to wherever you might be feeling tingling. Soften your face. If you're standing or if you're seated, either one, lift your toes, feel the four corners of your feet connected to the earth. Spreading the toes out, lay them down. Knees are bent, ribs are lifted up. Body soft, letting that energy flow through every bone and tissue and joint. Good. If you want to do some more circles, you can. And today, I thought what we would work on is we've done a lot of movement through the body, so let's just focus a little bit on the head, the hands, and the feet in that order, because the hands and the feet are the end of the circulatory system. Of course, the head is where we want all of our circulation to work to give us good power of thinking clear. And if you get headaches, we can get rid of those just by stimulating circulation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the lung points. And I want to practice this with you because we are still in the midst of COVID. We haven't touched on it for a while. So we're going to talk about the thymus and the lung points. And the first thing you want to think about is the place where the shoulders and the collarbone meet. So I'm going to move just a bit forward. So take your collarbone, trace out to where the shoulder rolls into the collarbone. You take your thumb or a knuckle, and we're going to push into that joint where that shoulder rolls forward. Press in, and if it feels a little tender or wonky, you've got the right spot. You could also use 2 fingers. You rotate in circles, about 9 times in each direction. Then we're going to go to the other side. So follow your collarbone to where the shoulder rolls into the joint. And you'll pick whatever is more comfortable. You'll decide your thumb, your knuckle, or fingers. Rotate. And again, if it feels a little tender, you've got the right spot. Go in the other direction. Next, we're going to bring your fingers to take your index finger or your middle finger and then put your thumb where you were just rubbing. And now we're going to slide the fingers together. So we're right in the middle of the bone, right beneath your collarbone. Make circles right beneath the collarbone. Midway points, another lung point. Rotate in both directions. Again, if it feels tender, you got the point. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Do this anytime. Remember, there's no negative effects to these. Next, we're going to tap. So use your fingertips or lightly with your knuckles right in the middle beneath your collarbones. This is for the thymus. So the tapping, if it feels tender, you can use your knuckles. You could bang as light or as hard as you feel comfortable with. And again, this is for the thymus, which helps with your immune system. So we want to tap, tap, tap. And you can do this in any minute, any time during the day, multiple times during the day. No negative effects. So you can do this while you're waiting on hold. Somebody calls and puts you on hold. Now let's go to the hands and we're going to come back to your face. So we're going to start with your hand. We're going to rub in the middle of the palm. Again, you could use your knuckles if you have arthritis in your hands. Start at the center of the palm. And we're going to come around the bottom of the heel of the hand and up underneath whatever digit you pick. Go between the fingers. And again, we think of the fingers as if they had planes. So there's a top, bottom, 4 sides. Pinch at the top. So rub from the bottom up toward the top and give a pinch. And then we start down at the middle with the palm again and rub up under each one. And again, if any area feels tender, just go back and send it some more love a little bit after our class. You can do this many times during the week or day. We're massaging the fascia, which is what surrounds every bone and joint and tissue in our body, which is essentially what our movement is doing. It's an internal massage. That's what our Qigong is. Yoga is a little deeper, but this just shows you don't have to go deep to get the real benefit. Go through each finger. Pinch. And then remember, your thumb is a big joint, so be sure to go out to the base of it. Pinch at the end. And go to the other hand. Keeping in mind, no one here is going to feel the same thing as you're doing these postures. If you think, I don't feel anything, this isn't worth anything, then it's okay. It's doing things you don't know that it's doing. Never hurts to put blood through the tissues. It's preventative. Focus on what you're experiencing in your hand. If your mind starts to drift somewhere else, look at your hand. That'll help keep you focused and also bring your attention back to your breath. Is it the same as it was when we were really thinking about moving with our wrists flowing up and down? You can open your mouth with your exhale throughout each of these. Come around the bottom of each digit. Maybe you've had some injuries that are reminding you they're there. Rotate. And try going the opposite direction. Make it feel funky. It's not easy, right? To break habits because we're making new patterns in the brain when we do that. Okay, now we're gonna do our feet real quick. We're gonna do the quick method with the knuckles. So take off your slippers and your socks. Take your knuckles, press in, and move up from the heel toward the ball of the foot. Keep in mind, this is an easy thing to do while you're watching soap operas. That's your thing. I'm teasing. Come around the heel. And just remind yourself that if it's tender, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It means that your body would like for you to do more of that. Come up the side of your foot, going from the heel toward the toes. I'm going in between the space of each toe, just to show you wherever your body bends. Pull the toes back. Claws of the fingers are going to massage the base of the toes all the way across. And then use both hands and go in between the toes and pinch at the end. Squeeze and pinch. Wiggle and pinch. Both hands. Just rub. And we're going to switch to the other foot. So bring your other foot up. And remember, those dryer balls are quite handy if you aren't able to cross your leg. You can have one of those balls on the floor and do it throughout the day. I like to do it when I'm on trips, which we aren't really taking anymore, but anytime you're in a car or you're not driving and you're in a position where you could take that little ball and just give yourself a foot massage on the way to somewhere, it's a nice gift you can give to yourself. So we rub through the middle with the knuckles, and you can either scrub the heel. So if you want to try scrubbing, just to see how this side feels different, scrubbing, scrub downward, use your knuckles. Try the knuckles on the top. It's going to go much deeper. It feels a little more funky. You do either of the thumbs, but try it with the knuckles just for the effect. Pull the toes back. Try scrubbing across the foot, under the toes. And now we're gonna go through each toe. So put your finger in between there and wiggle and pinch. Start at the bottom, scrub to the tip. Scrub with hands. I forgot to put our fingers between the toes. I'll give you that as your homework. Okay. And now we're going to rub our hands together. Again, I'm going to come a little closer. Take your palms, lay them close to your face without touching. And just move your hands up, out, and around. So I'm going up, out, and around without touching my skin. Go very slow and maybe pulse in and out. And around. Up and around. And now take your fingertips and very lightly touch your skin. Up to the top of the head and over the ears to the bottom of the neck, under your chin. Breathe in, light touch. Lift your spine as you inhale, hands over the ears to the bottom of the neck. Inhale, lift your chin, roll the full one. Breathe in to the top of the head. Exhale over the ears, bottom of the neck. Tilt your chin in. Slide your fingertips to the back of your neck. Push in at the top of the spine. As your fingers come down the bottom of your neck, your chin lifts back up. We're going to do one more round. So slide your fingertips up the front of your throat, very light, like a fresh spring water. Lifting your spine as your hands come to the crown of the head. Exhale as your hands go over the ear to the bottom of the neck. Slide your fingertips to the top of your spine. Tilt the chin in. Press down on either side of the spine. And as your hands come to the bottom of your neck, bring your palms into your heart. Give one more rub to the palms. Let your palms face each other. Close your eyes and just squeeze the ball. Imagine there's a ball between your palms. You're just playing with that ball. And try again, lifting your chin, or even lift your head toward the sky as you like. As you're receiving the light into your face, as you feel that energy moving between your palms, knowing that that energy is our qi. And now we're going to turn our palms in toward our heart. And if you want, you can lay them on your chest, or they can just hover over top of it. Put a smile on your face. If you want to tilt your chin down toward your heart. Let's take this moment to thank every organ and bone and tissue that we've been given in this miracle of a body. As you feel the breath swelling through every tissue and every cell, smile deep into your body. Feel your breath carrying away all that you don't need. Let your palms turn in toward each other. And as your skin touches itself, know that the work you've done here, sealing your palms together, connects the energy of the heart, sends it back into the body. So we send that love deep into our own selves for our own healing. And know that that tingling that you're feeling within yourself is the same energy that's in every living thing in our universe. It connects each of us. And even though we're not together, I appreciate that you zoomed in with me today, because I feel very connected to you, and I look forward to the next time that we can be connected in the same room. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a beautiful week.